Hey everyone, welcome to the Wreath Workshop. I am Ashley Greenwood from Three Little Greenwoods Creations, and today we are going to be making an arrangement, a winter arrangement with blue and white and snowflakes. It's going to be so very pretty. So come on in. If you're watching right now, chances are you're probably watching the replay either on YouTube or Facebook. So just type in #replay and let me know that you are watching. So let's talk about what we are working with today. My inspiration for this table arrangement, is going to be a long table arrangement, is this really pretty baby blue, silver, and white snowflake ribbon. Isn't that so pretty? I love it. It's very shimmery. You can see it on the camera, how it's shimmering back and forth. It's really pretty. I haven't had a chance to really use this year, so I thought we would make a beautiful table arrangement with it. Now, I am trying to use up supplies that I have, so I just pulled several different things together. Let's talk about it. Here's our two ribbons. We have a 2.5 inch wired blue, silver, and white snowflake ribbon paired with a really pretty, shimmery, sparkly 1.5 inch silver ribbon. So we're going to be making a bow with that. I am starting with a base. It is a long swag base. I got this from Sims Pottery. I love Sims Pottery. They are a wholesale company, so yes, you have to have your business license to purchase from them, but they're a family-run business that I love, and I would love it if you would support them as well. This is a 34 inch pine door swag is what they're calling it, but it works great as a table swag or a table arrangement. So that is what we are using today. Good morning, my friends on TikTok. Welcome. Good morning to my friends on Facebook as well. Guys, what is everybody doing today? Honest to goodness, I keep thinking today is Friday. It's not Friday. It's just Thursday. But my work-at-home brain that only has the dogs to hang out with keeps thinking that today is Friday. So we have our 34 inch swag. Julie says, me too. Yeah, me too. I've got some of this really pretty white fern. I love this stuff. It came from Hobby Lobby. I also have these little snowball picks that we're going to use as well. It's all about layering. Arrangements, wreath making, it's just about layering. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Then I have one of these, just one, but it's got the same blues in it, and it's going to look so pretty on here. So we're going to be using this as well. I probably will be taking that apart. We have some plastic snowflake ornaments to add. And maybe, just maybe, we may be adding some, hold on one second. Maybe, just maybe, we may be adding some white peonies. Maybe. I'm not really sure. Okay. Hello, my friend Cindy. Yes, girl. So yeah, here's the story. I have the best customers. Cindy is one of my best customers. And this is going to her. So Cindy, stay tuned. We're going to be making this together. She reached out to me. She said, I want something for my mantle. I love this ribbon. Can you make me something? And I was like, well, yeah. So I know she wants this like yesterday, so we're working on it today. I'm going to try to get it out to you, Cindy, by this afternoon. Oh, that's the plan. All right, 34 inch pine base. Now, I really like this base because it's got a couple of different pines on here. I really like it a lot. It's a door swag. I guess people could use it to go over their door, which would be beautiful. And Cindy, hey, you can do that if you want to, but we're going to make it for her table because that's what she asked for. So the first thing that we're going to do is I have fluffed up this entire swag, and my plan is to put a bow in the middle with some ribbons on the ends and just layering up the pieces as I go. Lots of snowflakes, lots of glittery stuff. I can't wait to use these. These are so very pretty. Guys, if you love this type of content, wreath making, bow making, floral arrangements, I would love for you to follow along. And if you have a friend that you think would really enjoy this content, share this with them. I would really appreciate that. Angela is asking a question. Angela says, when you started, did you do better online or local? She just started in her area and has not been good at selling. So here is my story. I started out selling local like a lot of people, and I have some wonderful friends that really, really blessed my business by purchasing from me. And they helped my business to get started off. But I quickly realized that my besties could only buy so much from me. And if I really wanted to grow my business, I needed to get online. So I sell exclusively on the Etsy platform. That is where I sell my wreaths and arrangements and bows. It is not, I'm not going to say it's not easy. It is work. You have to learn how to use the platform. I have a business coach I would love to recommend. If you would like for me to share that information, just reach out to me messaging, okay? Good morning, Martha. Okay, so here's what I did. I took these flat as a pancake picks and I just gave them some life, okay? See? I just bent them. It's so pretty, pretty, pretty. Hey, Sarah. Sarah is asking, where did I get the swag? This came from Sims Pottery. You have to have your wholesale license to purchase from them. But if you are selling, you need to get your business license. So go ahead and do that. All right, let's begin by layering in these beautiful white fern picks. So the first one's going to go in about right here. I want it to kind of hang over the end just a smidge. And I'm lining up the spine of my pick with the spine of this swag. We're just going to be layering all these things in. What I do on one side, I am going to do on the other. It helps if you lay. Hold on. Let's just divide this beautiful thing up. Lay it nice and flat after I fluffed it. I'm going to lay it nice and flat so that I can kind of see where the spine is. Okay, there we go. All right. One is this way. I'm going to take my other one and come to the opposite side. I'm hanging it over just a little bit. What I do on one side, I want to do on the other. And let's take one more. Lay it down. I'm overlapping these here and here. I'm going to hold it up and show you what I've done because it may be hard to see. So you can see I've just overlapped them on this big swag. Nothing is glued down. Nothing is in place yet, but I kind of planned, so don't worry. Next, I want to take these really pretty snowballs. I found this in my stash and I've been waiting on something to use this for. This came from Hobby Lobby. Hello, Max. How you doing? You bought Max says he loves these snowy fern glittery picks. I do too. He says he bought his Hobby Lobby out. I'm planning on going tomorrow morning to finish up my Christmas shopping, and I'm probably going to do the same. I shouldn't, but I'm probably going to do the same. All right, let's take this long pick. I am not cutting this at all. I'm just going to slide it along the spine. Guys, listen, this is an arrangement It's so easy to do. We're just layering the things up. Okay, there we go. I'm giving a little bit of dimension by popping it up just a smidge. Okay, leave that there. Let's do this one. They will be so perfect for patriotic. You are right, Max. Listen, us wreath makers, we have a little bit of a problem. We're like borderline hoarders, because if we see something that we think can be used for multiple seasons, like all of this white sparkly stuff could be used for Valentine's Day, 4th of July, of course, Christmas. I mean, so many ways. We buy a bunch, like a lot. That's all it is. Rose is asking, how long does this take to make? You mean like, how long is it going to take me to make this? I'm not really sure. On my channel, we just kind of hang out with each other. And I understand if that is not you and you don't want to just hang out and listen to me chit chat. I get it. You don't have to, okay? I totally get it. All right, let's go ahead and add these in. Now I am leaving a good space for my bow, okay? Like right here in the middle, I am leaving a really good space for this. Probably about the width of my fist, or maybe just a little bit bigger. So that is my spot in the middle right there. And let's see, what else do I want to add? I'm going to hang on to this because this will probably be one of the last things that I add. I need to take it apart so I can use it in there, use it all in. Someone on TikTok is asking, let's see, came in late. Am I using one green branch or two? It is actually a long swag, okay? It is a really long swag. Let me hold it up so you guys can see a little bit better. So nothing is put together, but I'm about to fix that. So you can see that the stems are running along the spine of this swag. And to secure everything in place, I'm just going to use zip ties because that's easy peasy. I'll start in the middle. I'm just going to take my zip tie. This is my favorite zip tie ever. And pull it up and just tighten these down in place. If you can get away with using zip ties for things, use the zip tie, okay? Seriously. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna come up here to the top part. I know you cannot see my fingers. They're right there. I'm going to put one right here. And as I am tightening this zip tie down, I am making sure that I get the spine of the swag and that I get these stems so I know that they are in place. Now, if you didn't have zip ties, you could always use a pipe cleaner. A green pipe cleaner or brown pipe cleaner would be great. You can always use some bind wire. But for things like this, it's just easier. It's just easier to use zip ties. All right, let me do one more. I'm gonna put one more like right, gosh, I know you can't see this. Hold on, friends. Right there. You see right here where I've got my fingers wrapped around? I'm just gonna put this in there and tighten it up. Thanks, Rosie's mom, for saying I am a good teacher. I appreciate that. Hey, Angela. Angela says it's so pretty already. It really is. You don't, listen, making beautiful things does not have to be complicated. It really doesn't. And I used to tell my preschoolers and my kindergartners all the time, perfect is too hard. Perfect is just too hard. Don't worry about being perfect. Worry about having fun, being happy with what you have made. Okay? When I taught kindergarten for a really long time. For those of you that that just wandered on my page, welcome. Some children, and I know adults as well, we get kind of hung up on getting it right, making it perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. Perfect is too difficult. There is no such thing as perfect. We are just having fun. We're putting together things that I had on hand to make something pretty for our home. This happens to be something for winter. It's going to my friend Cindy, who's watching on TikTok. I'm so glad you're watching. All right, so this is down. I need to put one more about right here. Okay. Yeah, no one is perfect. Hello, Expressions of Joy Designs. Renee, I'm so... Irene. Sorry, Irene. It's hard to read all the scrolling stuff, y'all. I'm going to put one more in here, guys. One more, just to make sure it's nice and tight. And then I'm going to go back and cut all of my zip ties at one time because I made an arrangement the other day and I was getting ready to pack it up in the box and I realized I hadn't cut the zip ties off of it. So let's do that before I get this ready to send out to my friend Cindy. So I'm going to go back in. These are wire cutters. They come from Home Depot. I hope Santa is going to put a new set in my stocking. I need to tell my Santa that, so I'm not disappointed. All right, let's cut these all off. You really want to make sure that you use the flat side of your the flat side of your wire cutters, and that you cut this as close to the base of the zip tie buckle as possible, because it can get really sharp. We don't want anybody to get cut. Let's see. Melissa is asking, do I have suggestions on how to use an extra large Christmas bell? You can always put a little, like a lantern swag arrangement on top of it. I would treat a Christmas bell, especially a large one. I made one in my private group a couple of weeks ago. I just put a little arrangement on the top of it with a bow. So that's something you can do with an extra large Christmas bell. What kind of bell is it? Is it a beautiful silver bell? Is it one of those brass bells? Tell me all about it. I'd love to hear. Okay, so here's what we have. Everything is all together, but I need to incorporate this greenery into the picks that we've added. So let's just take a few minutes to do that. Just gonna pull it up and just intertwine it right here. Ooh, it's a brass jingle bell. So it's the big round brass jingle bell. Oh, that sounds really pretty. Bells are super popular, y'all. Yeah, I would put maybe a dab of spray foam on the top of it, or a small block of floral foam that you can glue or even wire into place. You can add a pretty bow and maybe some other little embellishments. I would do that. That's how I would do it. Okay, leaving room for the bow in the middle. You pull this down. I love it when you guys ask questions. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments. I remember when I first started on this journey of making, I did not know. You don't know what you don't know, okay? You got to ask questions. And I always had questions, but I was afraid to ask, you know? What if they thought I was dumb? I didn't get it. All right, so I have incorporated it, and just like that. Guys, thank you so much for sharing this video. I really, really appreciate it. All right, now let's add the bow. Let's move this out of the way and move my arrangement over. This is going to be, it said it's a 34-inch swag. That's from tip to tip, 34 inches, but I'm adding 3 to 4 inches on the end with those really pretty sparkly fern picks. So yeah, it's gonna be longer than that, Cindy. I think you're okay. Hello, Sammy. I'm so glad you caught me live. She loves the sound of my voice. That's so funny because my children do not. All right, here's our focal ribbon. This is what started it all. Can I show the back of the swag? In just a few minutes. I'll try to remember to do that. All right, so big mounded bow in the middle. Ooh, Susan says she ordered an easy bow maker because of me. It comes today. I'm so excited. That is awesome. Listen, my easy bow maker looks different than the ones that are out there now, okay? This sucker is like 20, gosh, it made me 25 years old. I mean, really, it is old. My grandmother gave it to me. I have 2 very crafty grandmothers, and one of them gifted me with that. Let's make a bow. Here's my easy bow maker. I'm gonna take my 2.5-inch wired ribbon down in between the dowels on the easy bow maker. If these will not stay in for you, go get a mallet, go get a hammer, put a towel on top of it so you don't split them, and just whack them back into place, okay? You just gotta keep down. Hello, Julia. I'm so glad you're hanging out. All right, let's do a 7-inch tail. Push that ribbon down in the dowels, and I'm going to pinch the ribbon at the base, right down here at the base of my dowels, and I'm going to twist it away from me until it's completely upside down, okay? I want to see the back of this ribbon, the whole back. And I'm going to measure out 6-inch loops. Pushing it down, twisting it over. I do not have very much thumbnails because I am constantly pushing my ribbons down in between these dowels. It is really important that you compress your ribbon. Pushing it down. Okay, I'm going to do a layered bow because I think that would look so pretty. So I just have, well, hold please, let's keep going. Let's do one more on each side. One more 6-inch loop on each side. The best thing about the Easy Bow Maker is that it has a ruler on it. So you don't have to guess about how long your loops are, how long your tails are. I'm sure there are other bow makers out there that also have rulers, but a ruler is awesome. So, hey Diane, did I make the wreath behind me? Yes, this is one of my sweet little, it's a small Christmas wreath. It's in the Etsy shop. 3 little greenwoods on Etsy. The number 3, the word little, and the word greenwoods. About over 10 years ago, I got the opportunity to step back from teaching public school and stay at home with my 3 little greenwoods children for a couple of years before I began to teach preschool here in our town. And I started a blog because I promised myself if I had the opportunity to stay at home and not have to work full-time, that I was going to volunteer in my children's schools, which I did, and I was going to do good things with the time that I had. So I started a blog, and that's what started my whole online journey. So I volunteered in the children's schools or elementary schools. I did the whole PTO thing. volunteered in the classrooms. And then I got the opportunity to teach at the sweetest church preschool ever. And I did that for 7 years. And during the holidays, I really miss teaching. Really, I do. And so some of my girlfriends may be watching, they're like, she's lying. She doesn't really miss teaching. I do. I really miss teaching during the holidays. Let me tell you what I've just done, okay? Let me cut this ribbon. So I want a big, pretty bow in the middle of this arrangement. It is going to be going on Cindy's mantle. And I want a big bow, and I hope it's not too big. Lord, I think it's going to be too big. It's okay. It's all right. We're going to go with it. So here's what we've got. It's going to be a big bow, Cindy. I know you're going to love it. All right, I'm going to come back in with one more loop of this really pretty ribbon. I'm going to do what I call a button loop. That is a single loop with 2 tails. Excuse me. Oh, Chris is going to get that easy bow maker. I love it. Excuse me, guys. I got tickled. All right. Okay. I think I'm done with the ribbon for right now. Let's pull this beautiful bow out. So here's what it looks like in the Easy Bow Maker. So pretty. Now I am not going to use bind wire. I'm going to use a pipe cleaner because you're not going to see it up underneath here. So I'm just going to use bind wire. Do I have a bow tutorial for people that don't have the bow maker? I do not. I don't, because I have never been able to master making a bow by hand. I have a little bit of carpal tunnel from all the children that I have had. And I can't hold all this ribbon in my hands. So learning how to make a bow without a bow maker was really hard for me. So I have lots of tutorials on how to make them with this little tool. You can find it on Amazon. Deco Exchange has easy bow makers. Some people even find them at thrift stores and garage sales, which they are lucky, lucky, lucky. Oh, this aqua ribbon is so pretty. I know. I love it. Gonna cut this zip tie off. Move this out of the way, and let's go ahead and add our bow. So I'm going to be placing the bow right here in the middle. Let's give her some fluffing. I call this a layered bow because you'll notice that I came in on the bottom with the 2.5 inch ribbon, and I made a layer of loops and tails. And then I came in with the 1.5 inch silver ribbon, and I made a layer of loops and tails. And then I have one more little pop of ribbon. All right, I'm going to be placing this down in the middle. And I'm going to use the pipe cleaner on the back of it to attach it to the spine. Now, I am not going to pull this super tight because I don't want all of the ribbon loops to collapse. It's not what I made that bow for. I want it to be right here, kind of floating on top. Pull it down just a little bit. Very, very pretty. So we can see on the side. You're going to need to pull it down just a little bit more. On the side. This is going on Cindy's mantle. It'll be so pretty. Trying to pull the tails down. Just to incorporate it. And there we go. All right, so here's what we have so far. And I'm going to keep zhuzhing this though the whole time, so I'm just going to leave it alone for right now. And we're going to keep going and decorating around it. Cindy, you're so sweet. Cindy says she's going to have the prettiest mantle in the neighborhood. So let's see what else we can add. I am looking around my room and I see one of these. I wish I had more, but I don't see any more anywhere. But that's okay. Hold, please. Let's use some of these. Now, this is a winter look, but I don't want the pine cone and I don't want these red berries. But I do really, really like this greenery that's on here. So let's pull it apart and use the pieces that we want. This is just wrapped in paper. I'm going to save the pine cone and put it in my stash with my other pine cones. And because this is wrapped in paper, all you gotta do is pull it apart, guys. I'll even save the little red berries. All I really want is this greenery part. And we're going to use one of these on each side just to fill in and add some different texture. With this arrangement. All right. So one of this greenery is going on each side. It is okay to pull apart your things that aren't working for you right now to make something different. Don't be afraid to do that. Pull some of this greenery up a little bit. All right. I'm dipping this in my hot glue skillet, which is off camera. I'm so sorry about that. Just putting some melted hot glue on it. And I'm going to add it into the arrangement, making sure that it hits some of this evergreen, because that is what's going to it into place. Here's another one. I love this one. It's really, really pretty. Dip it into my hot glue right there. Let's come up under and add it over here. Now, if some of these stems are going to be poking out of the back of this arrangement, they all are going to be poking out of the back of this arrangement. You see that little sharp one right there? When I'm finished, I will go through and trim everything off. And because I worry about it scratching a tabletop or a mantle, I'm going to cover the back of this with leftover leaves. So it's going to be nice and flat. It's not going to scratch anything that she's got. Isn't this pretty? Love it. I'm going to make this one come out of the side over here. Right in there, kind of up under the bow a little bit. And I have one more. Let's put this one over here on this side of the bow. Okay, so here's what we've got. We have added more greenery to this side, just giving it more texture, filling in the space. Let's do the other one. Oh, I got one more. I'm going to save this for later. All right, let's deconstruct this pick as well. Remember, it is wrapped in paper. We're just going to pull it apart. I don't need the pine cone. I don't need the berries. I just need the greenery pieces. It's good to look for things like this after Christmas with the sales, because you might look at something and think, oh, I don't really like the gold and the silver. I'll pass, but you can take it apart. You can totally take it apart, guys. Now I'm going to mimic what I did on this side, on this side. So let's start with this large piece right here. Guys, thanks so much for following me on TikTok. I see a lot of new followers over there. I really appreciate that. You guys are helping me to grow my business. And I appreciate it. This is not where I wanted it to go. Let's try this one again. Gonna make sure my ribbon is out of the way. There we go. That's what I want. Well, let's add this piece. I'm gonna put this one over here. Just dipping it in that hot glue skillet. If you don't have a hot glue skillet, using a glue gun is totally fine, but hot glue skillet is where it's at. I'm not even gonna lie to you, because you have both of your hands free. And you don't have to keep adding glue sticks to it. You just keep on keeping on. Let's put this one over here. Making sure I touch some of that evergreen as I'm putting it in. Ooh, that's so pretty. Cindy, I don't think I'm gonna add peonies, girl. I think this is making me happy. Let's add this piece. I'm gonna put this one kind of in the middle. Right there, right in the middle. For those of you that are just joining me, I am actually making this for a viewer that's hanging out with us. Her name is Cindy. Let's see, people are chit-chatting on TikTok. You don't get burned as much with the glue skillet. You don't. You really don't. Seriously, I mean, I do get burned, okay? But not as much as I used to. Okay. Is a glue gun skillet a real item? So this is actually, if you're on TikTok, if you go to the link in my bio, you guys know what that is, okay? There is, scroll down to where it says Shop Like Ashley. I am pretty sure there is a button that says hot glue skillet. It is simply a small electric skillet like you would use to make a grilled cheese in, that we fill with hot glue sticks. Not just any hot glue sticks. My most favorite hot glue sticks, which are Gorilla Glue sticks. Guys, look what I just did. These really pretty little variegated ivy or holly leaves, they came off and they didn't have a stem. I just took one of my stems that I always have around and I gave them a stem so I can use them. You can also use a cooking skillet. It does the same thing. What do you mean a cooking skillet? Like an electric skillet? Is that what you mean? Crafting does make me feel good and calms my soul. You're right. I am very blessed that this is what I get to do for a living. All right, let's add these little pieces. Now, Cindy is going to be looking at this. I'm hoping she's going to angle it up a little bit, but it's going to be on her mantle. So let's give her something on the sides to be looking at. Go. Let's put one on the other side. Make sure I keep this swag away from my hot glue skillet because hot glue is hot glue and I don't want it to melt my evergreen. Okay, next, let's add some snowflakes. Okay. So I have two different types of snowflakes. I got some big ones and some small ones. These are just really pretty little ornaments that I've been collecting. And I am going to be adding them into the arrangement. Let's angle this down just a smidge for my Facebook people. Okay, so I'm just going to be angling these in all throughout. Here's the trick for these. I am just going to dip them in my hot glue skillet and then very carefully place them in the wreath. Okay, I'm not wiring them in. You could wire them in, but I'm choosing not to do that. It's going to be going on Cindy's mantle, and it's going to look fantastic. And I'm just going to stick them in. I am going to make a spot for them before I stick this in. So here we go. Here's my hot glue. I'm going to nestle this in the evergreen and pull the evergreen around it just a little bit. And just like that. What I do on one side, I want to do on the other. So let's make a little spot for this beauty. I'm going to be putting it in right here. Let's dip it down into the hot glue. Just like that. Hello, my friend Katniss. Katniss, we're moving on to winter, girl. This is an arrangement for my friend Cindy. All right, so we've got one here. And we have one up here, just nestled in. Let's do another one. Let me move this down. So I have one over here on this side. So I'm going to put another one over here. I'm going to like stair step it or diagonally put it in. Very carefully without burning myself. There we go. Love it. There's what we have. Coming over to this side. So I have one right here. I know it is hard to see, guys, because it's just all white and green. I apologize for that. So here is one of my snowflakes here. So I have one here. I'm gonna put another one down here. Clearing the space so I don't get burned. There we go. Got it. So we have two over here. So pretty. Let's add some small ones. Now, my original plan that I had talked with Cindy was to add white peonies to it, but these ball ornaments are like little blooms, like little blossoms. So I don't think it needs them. Let's add some of these. These are just super sweet. They're really iridescent little ornaments. Got some strings that I'm about to cut off. Here we go. All right, let's just start popping these in all over. Yeah, I love the little snowballs, Cindy. They're super cute. I'm telling you, I was so excited when she asked me to do this for her. It's something that I haven't really done before. It's kind of a design that I haven't done. I love it. Let's put some of these small little snowflakes around the bow, like right there. This one has this string on it. There we go. Move it on this side. I'm just looking for empty spots, places that could use a little bit of brightness, a little bit of snowflake action. The snowflakes actually look a lot like the shimmering fern that we used. Get some more of my little snowflakes out. So what other color schemes do you think would be pretty for a winter arrangement? Tell me in the comments, what do you think? When you think of winter arrangements, what's a color scheme you think of? Cut these off. There we go. Oh, Cindy, you are so sweet. Cindy says, now you see why I just told you to go for it. I knew that you would make it perfect. You just have made my day, my friend. Thank you for trusting me. Gonna add some more snowflakes to this side. Right down here in this greenery. The best thing about using an evergreen base, guys, is once the hot glue hits it, it just glues everything into place. It does not move. Okay. Let's be done with that. Now, another thing that I was really excited to use in this arrangement is this pick. So this is a ball pick that I've had for a little while, and it just goes so well. So we're going to be taking this thing apart and then placing it in the arrangement, okay? Oh, I love all of y'all's comments. Silver and navy, pink and aqua, light blue and white, pastels with silver. Y'all are good. Okay. This is wrapped in paper. I'm just going to pull it apart because that's what we do. We just pull things apart and we use them the way that we want to use them. Katniss says, ooh. What you oohing about, Katniss? This really pretty ball garland? Or this pretty ball pick or spray? Alright. I am just going to take this whole thing apart, okay? Yes, the shiny ones are totally going to take it up to the next level. If I can pull them off. See, I need the little wires that they're hooked with. I guess I don't have to have a lot of them, but I would like them. There we go. Got it. See, I want these little long pieces because this is what I'm going to use to dip in the hot glue and in here. There we go. Guys, who is finished with their Christmas shopping? I am not. I have bought, but now I can't remember what I bought or where it went or who I bought it for. Give me a heart if you are in that predicament right now. It is first week of December. We've got time, but you know, things happen quickly. Yesterday, I got to do some old school Christmas shopping with my mother, and it made me so happy. When I was a little girl in the 80s, malls were a big thing, and I have learned over the years that shopping is my mother's love language. Shopping and giving gifts is really what makes her very happy. And I am not a big shopper, but I decided that I wanted to go out and I wanted to go with her. And we had a great day yesterday. It was so much fun. We went out, we went shopping, we went to Carolina Pottery, which is a southeastern floral and home decor store, which is awesome. We had a wonderful lunch together, and it was really good. So it made me miss just the act of going out and shopping. We don't go out to shop anymore. We mostly shop online, right? So if you have a chance, go out and do some real in-person shopping and not just at Walmart and Target, okay? Let's see. What do I do with my arrangements? Do I sell them? Are they special order? Chastity, this is a special order, but I have an Etsy shop, and I see that my friends are sharing that. Thank you so much. Oh, Tammy says that I bought back some memories. Yeah, I told my mother several times yesterday, I'm like, we have got to take a picture. We've got to take a picture. Did we take a picture? No, because we were too busy, you know, trying to find the perfect Christmas pajamas for my children. We didn't take a picture, not one. It makes me so sad. I really wish we had. All right, so we have beautiful blue glittery, chunky glittery balls, and we have silvery ones. I'm going to put the blue ones in first so that I can make sure that they are where I want them to be, because I only have 4. So we got to put them where we want them to be. You know what I'm saying? Let's put one right there. I'm going to dip this long wire piece in my hot glue. Boom. Pretty. Let's do the other one. Since I put this one on this side, I'm going to put the smaller one on the opposite side, angling down. Shopping equals bonding. No kidding. Georgetown, Kentucky used to have a Carolina pottery. Yeah, we have one near me in Augusta, Georgia. Actually, I am like slap dab in between two Carolina potteries. One is in Augusta and the other one is in Columbia, South Carolina. And they're each about an hour from me. Okay, let's do the other two blue ones. On this side, I'm just going to pick it up, move it over. And I'm doing them opposite. So let's grab this one. Put that one right there. Nestle that one in. Oh, I have one more blue. Let's do this one down here. I am making sure when I insert that wire covered in glue that it is hitting some evergreen so that it gets into place, okay? Is a very technical kindergarten kind of word. Kindergartner-y kind of word. Let's take these. I love their chunkiness. Makes me so happy. Guys, listen, my goal this year is to use the stock that I have. Anybody else in that predicament? I need to use what I have. I tell my children that all the time when they're like, but I don't really like such and such, such and such for an afternoon snack. I'm like, look, it is what it is. We use what we have until it's all gone. So start eating those Cheez-Its. Ooh, that's so pretty. Oh my goodness. Love it. So pretty. Okay, spin it around. Oh my goodness, Cindy. I'm so glad you asked me to make this for you. All right, let's do these two first. And I'm just kind of looking for some holes. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to be perfectly symmetrical. It's not the look we're going for. We're just looking for it to be beautiful. I love the Tiffany color too. Cindy, don't make fun of me. Cindy says, use the stock she has as she's planning to go shopping for more. I know, it's a bad thing. What I need to do after I finish Christmas shopping and wrapping and all that, I need to clean up my workspace because it is a scream. This one down here on the end, a little bit of color down there. Oh my goodness, so pretty. Now I keep clapping my hands. My children make fun of me because I clap my hands when I get excited. What do I consider winter greenery? Teresa, that is a great question. Anything pine, anything flocked. Cedar is a winter greenery. Guys, help us out. What do you consider a winter greenery? I know Katniss is watching. She is a fantastic wreath maker. Max was watching earlier. He's an amazing wreath maker. What do we consider winter greenery? I say cedar, anything flocked, anything snowy. This pretty holly. Isn't that the prettiest? Love it. Okay. I want to add some tucks of ribbon on the ends. Boxwood. Yes, Tammy, that's a good one. I want to add some tucks of ribbon on the end And then I see a few dark spots, and I think I'm gonna fill those in with my last little frosted boxwood. My last one. All right, so here's my plan. I just want to add little tucks of this ribbon, okay? So I'm gonna cut off about a 6-8 inch length, like this. I am going to pinch it together to make a little tuck. Now, here's a couple of ways that you can do this. Let's talk about it. You can use a wooden floral pick with a little wire on it. You just wrap it around nice and tight, stick it in. You could use a piece of bind wire or a pipe cleaner to just tighten it up, dip your bind wire or your pipe cleaner in, and you could do it that way. I have a steel pick machine that I love. I'm going to still pick it. Okay, so hold please. It's right behind me and I'm not going to move. I can move Facebook. Can you see Facebook? Oh my gosh, barely. Here we go. This is my steel pick machine. All right, so here is one. Let's do another one. I just want little tucks, little peaks of ribbon peeking through. I'm throwing things around. Gals, listen, our dogs are here. I have barricaded them out of my craft room. And they heard something fall and they both just ran upstairs. Hold please. Tightening it up. I'll put it in here. Guys, thank you for answering questions. I know some of you may have questions about what I'm doing. And others of you know what I'm doing. Good morning, Maddie and Elle. Welcome. All right, here we go. I know you can't see the pick machine. I'm sorry. It's real heavy. It's back there. A pick machine is an investment, okay? But a pick machine puts an extremely sharp little metal pick, okay? Real sharp. And when I am finished with this, I am going to make sure that this is covered up on the back of Cindy's arrangement because I don't want her to get hurt. Oh, that's pretty. Nope, I just like one. And I like it right here. All right, here we go. Dipping it in, nice and covered. Putting this in one of my little blank spots. Tucking it in. Ribbon is a great way to fill in on your wreaths, on your arrangements. Ribbon doesn't cost as much as some of our other things do. So it is a good idea to use. Okay, that one goes there, so this one's going to go over here. I like to do opposites. Just tuck that in. Right there. And the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to use my last little most favorite picky spray from Hobby Lobby to kind of fill in on the top where it's dark. And then we'll be done. And then I can pack this thing up and get it on the way to my friend Cindy so she can decorate her mantle. This little bush is also wrapped in paper, which means you can just pull it apart. It's fantastic. And right around the bow, just needs a little bit of covering up, like right around the bow right here. So I'm going to take these pieces and just kind of tuck them in around the bow. I don't really want her to be able to see down into the arrangements. I don't want her to be able to see all of the little places where we bundled everything together. Yeah, these are so pretty, aren't they, Katniss? Hobby Lobby. I bet my Hobby Lobby is cleared out. I have plans to go tomorrow morning because there's one thing I need from Hobby Lobby for a Christmas gift. And I was going to just zip through and see what they had left. Here we go. Oh. That's awesome. It's only going to take 2 days to get to you. That's fantastic. All right, I'm going to split this one in 2 pieces and use it in other spots that I think might need a little something, something. In this place, this one does. There you go. Now you can't see it. I'm clapping my hands again. Let's put this one over here. And then we're going to be done. And I will hold it up for everybody to see. All right. This is an arrangement for Cindy's mantle. She reached out to me and wanted something made with this gorgeous ribbon that we used. It's going to be sitting up on her mantle just like this. That would be so pretty. Oh, please send me pictures, Cindy. So what we did to make this arrangement is we began with a 34-inch door swag. That's how it was named, a door swag. It's just a long piece of evergreen that's flat on the back and comes to points on both ends. We added sparkly, glittery fern from Hobby Lobby. We added these really pretty white ball picks from Hobby Lobby. Snowflakes, we took a couple of sprays apart, greenery sprays apart, and added them throughout as well. And then we had one of these baby blue, Tiffany blue glittery ball picks that I completely took apart and I interspersed throughout it. And it's so pretty. Oh my goodness. You guys love it. Guys, give me some hearts. Did I have hooks to hang it? No, I am assuming that Cindy is just going to place this on her mantle. It's really pretty. Oh my goodness. This is also would be beautiful as a dining room table arrangement. It would be very pretty underneath a big screen TV that is maybe on a console table or something. So pretty. Oh, Cindy says, I could not have described what I wanted any better than what you did. Absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so much, Cindy. I appreciate you so very much. All right, guys. That's it for this morning. Please make sure that you are following along and that you share this video with someone that you think would love to learn more about floral arrangements, wreath making, and all of the bows. So I am going to get busy. I got to pack this stuff up for my friend, and I'll catch you guys on Monday for bow Making Monday. So have a great day. Have a wonderful week. Go get some Christmas shopping done or some gifts wrapped. Bye, everybody. Thanks, Facebook, so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. I'll catch you on Monday for Making Monday.